YouTube, it's Upside DIY. I want to show you guys the progress on these three hinges. You kind of see where I sandpapered it a little bit. I'm cleaning it out. The creek fish didn't do too good in here. Maybe the water was too cold, or maybe it was the water conditions itself. I wasn't really sure exactly, but they started getting, they just crashed overnight, so in one day. So right here's pretty much, I cleaned off the tape with an X-Acto knife and a scraper. So luckily I have some tools right here arranged, which is the scraper and the knife. Really helps clean off most of the tape. I still need to work on filling in these bubbles with glue. And this one's actually on the edge, so and actually like remove this cover after I got most of it straightened out and glued. There's going to be some gluing towards the edge or the front of this hinge and things, and it should really hopefully stay stuck and harden, or be glued, and I can use this to open the top. So as you see, some of the tape is still there. I haven't fully scraped this off. I was actually in a rush to try to glue the front of the hinge and see how I would do that and things. Before even gluing the hinge, I had to make sure pretty much the bottom was glued, where I had to patch up a little mistake there. But all three of these have air bubbles in them, and that's why I was able to remove the cover and things and start gluing a certain point. But like on this one, I had to put tape on the edge so the glue won't flatten out or something, and not really have a good form and bond. So I kind of am looking for air bubbles. They're usually right there and things, and if I don't fix that, when I open and close this whole thing may rip or just become unstuck like a sticker and things. So I'm really trying to fill in some of these air bubbles and seeing what I've pretty much managed to do to try to make a pretty good aquarium. Finalizing and things like that, it's actually helping me get more excited for what I really want to put in this aquarium and things. But I'm gonna get those after I finish up making these hinges for most of these covers, these three covers and aquariums that I picked for them. So I'm gonna have to lay the back one down and things, and I'm managing exactly how I'm gonna finish gluing things. And so I'm gonna take this aquarium off and lay it pretty much on a towel. I'm gonna get a flat towel and lay it on one side so that I can actually put the once I finish gluing that aquarium, I'm gonna actually put it on and glue it, and hopefully have a weight or something. These are the things that I use for adding more pressure. I had some wood pretty much because it's really flat, so I got to use some wood, and then I leveled it off with another piece of wood, and then put something pretty much a little heavy, maybe 5 to 10 pounds. I even use this bucket and things. I'm getting my HOB filters together for a good wash and things, so I can't wait to finish that. And putting rocks and whatever I have in a good place and things. I kind of glued the water inlet right there, or outlet, so this is pretty much waterproof and is able to keep some fish quarantined. But in here I put some sausage. The filter's still running and stuff, but I got a, you know, a plain Ruffles chip, and I added that, and I, you know, I'm just giving them a decent, you know, feeding, rather than, so they might pretty much like the little pieces that, of potato chips, but you know, I'm just, but yeah, this one heat pad that's underneath this front aquarium, it may be really warm, so it's going to be effective throughout this whole table. Whereas I could breed fish year round, and keep in mind what's in front of this aquarium. It's going to probably be a tropical fish and things, depending. But I'm going to really have to. I have this cover like this because this actually was giving me a hard time leaking, you know, the silicone in there, but it seems to have cleared up and things, and hopefully, you know, I you know, have to keep checking and working on these covers. But once I move this back aquarium and then finish gluing the hinge, which is going to be in a day or two once the glue dries, I'm going to start working on this and stuff. But no matter what, this one, most of these hinges are going to have to be done before I get my next fish, which could be anything that could try to fit in that, and I'll pretty much be happy if they start, you know, really enjoying things and basically, you know, do good. But, you know, I'm gonna have to drain this aquarium and stuff, glue whatever I can, even, you know, gluing, since it's on a flat surface and things. I'm gonna make sure I could unstick it and stuff, but then I'm gonna lay it back and finish trying to glue some of these edges and things. I might even have to, in some areas like this, I might have to tape it up and make a little border. I don't know, but that wouldn't be a bad look, you know. And for trying to, you know, make a hinge for this type of cover, hopefully, you know, I'm able to finish it and not be too worried about raising, or whatchamacallit, stocking this with different things. But this water is pretty weird, and how particles just rests. I can't wait to get to that point to clean that all up and then reuse whatever clean water I have into one of these aquariums. And then you know, by that time, it's going to be in like a month or two, then I could just start off fresh and start breeding better aquariums. So we'll just have to see. But I'm glad I've got the chance to really glue these aquarium covers, and just to show you guys how I make progress in some of my projects. It's pretty straightforward. It's not trying to be too messy. Preparing for, you know, the overall build and things, and even trying to keep it real or trying to keep it, you know, recyclable, and just wanted and videoing it to show you guys some of the, you know, some of the things that I'm doing, and I can't wait to really finish this. I'm gonna have to lay it on an edge, or lay it on its side and try to get it to flow the glue where it needs to and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting, and finishing up, really trying to glue this stuff, and then turning the whole aquarium on its side, and then really really finishing it to be a really nice hinge for my setup and things. So people that have been following this project is like, what if it bows and isn't, and it probably will do that. So, but just the whole finished design of it, starting off from nothing but a dirty aquarium, and then trying to have something useful within the aquarium hobby. That's pretty much where all the excitement for me is, and plus having the lights, the filters being checked up, finishing the sump, having a spare aquarium back there and some space, and doing other things for the hobby. It's actually it's a passion. They say it's a chase for the work, and time, the time and work. Hopefully it all pays off. All I have to do is actually get a nice towel, lay this down, and then get this thing ready to be glued, so I can try to do that for you guys on camera. So I'll be right back. So I guess I have this big large comforter from a futon to use. Then I've got to move some of this to the side so I could lift up this aquarium and place it down. So right there, I've got that laid down. This area to pretty much clean up a little bit, some of the dust and things. I have a waste basket, and then I can flip this aquarium cover over, and then so that's going to involve a little bit of removing tape and things. I don't know, I probably don't have to do that right now, so I could just fold it. But I definitely need this is the bottom or the underside, so I definitely need to clean what I can, and then just flip this cover over so I can see exactly if it's going to fit good or not first. But it's always a little dynamic, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna have to remove the tape on this, so I can glue the hinge pretty much right where it is, and then I'll have 3, and then I'm going to actually be able to just keep it just like this, and then I'm going to add the hinges to it, and then that should help me finish up this project and stuff. And then I can move on to the harder stuff, like putting in the air system, and thinking about a better, just thinking about the next setup, whether it's going to be a pond or a fish shed, which I don't really have. But if I did have a fish shed, I would actually need more of these aquariums and things to decorate it and stuff like that, and actually keep these specific for these tables and stands. They came in real good handy in storing things and moving things to the side. So all that's left is actually showing you guys the last 3 hinges for this aquarium. It should be 2 of them are the same size and 1 of them is a little different, but I'm gonna have to keep working and gluing these and heating them up and taping them. Actually, I'm gonna tape them up first and then try to actually glue it. And so this one might be a good challenge. So thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.